Hello everyone, welcome back to another anime review. We are reviewing an anime that's in the title description down below. Now you might be wondering, Hippie, I thought you weren't going to do any anime reviews for the rest of the 2 months, for the rest of this month or next month. Well, I'll change the plans because I need to finish a lot of animes, and there's a lot of animes that I have not finished. So that's the main gist of that. So here's the deal. We are reviewing an anime that's in the title description down below. And our first main protagonist, and it's the only character that I'm going to name because all the rest of the protagonists are mostly women, and there's also a pervert, but that's beside the point. So our main protagonist gets reincarnated into a future Earth, which there's no god and no nothing. Our main protagonist gets killed by his fucking father, by his father stuffing him into a barrel, and freaking throwing him off a cliff and making sure that he stays in the ocean for 3 fucking days. Like, are you fucking stupid, man? Like, what the fuck? But his father's god saved him. So now he gets into his future. He goes into the future where there's no god and no magic. That's pretty much the gist of the anime, so to speak. So here's the problem I have with this anime. Well, not really. It's too perverted. First 4 episodes, pretty lenient, pretty explanatory. It's pretty obvious. And we get established our characters. However, some of the 2 side characters get brutally fucking murdered on the first thing. One gets hung and the other one gets slashed by a fucking sword on the back. And those 2 characters are sisters. So, but luckily, his god comes into life and revives everyone who just got fucking slaughtered, because the capital has a ritual where they sentence people to death. And they have to take it. They have no emotions, and it's pretty fucking sad. Now, the king knows what's going on. He knows about religion. Problem is, king's already dead. Which is pretty fucking obvious, because technology is technology. You know, it's pretty scary, to be honest with you. So this guy creates a religion with his god partner, which she's a small girl, and the fact that the village loves him to death. The village has 3 sidekick, well, 4 technically sidekick chicks, and a guy who's a pervert who is technically involved in most of the plots of the first season, but he's also a big pervert because all he wants to care about is touching boobs and stuff. Yeah, we're going into that isekai anime now. So here's the thing. I tried to get away from perverted animes to review, but this anime is no joke. Okay, first off, first 4 episodes, pretty standard. There's a lot of explosions and stuff like that, and one of the main characters gets superpowers, but at the end of the first season, she gets rid of them so she can transfer them. So it's pretty much how many followers you get. So it's like a Twitter freaking or X freaking thing on what you do when you get more power. That's the main gist of how these beings get magical powers. But it's only gods and freaking humans that have superpowers, so to speak. So it's really action-packed. But my main problem with this is episodes 6 through 8, which is pretty much, so to speak, the most perverted plot that I've ever seen. First off, there's a girl who uses a phone that makes everyone freaking horny. Yes, we're going into a sex cult. That's what it says. That's what I felt like it meant, because everyone was doing it all the damn time, which drove me fucking nuts. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. And they're also into that BDSM, which is fucking ridiculous. Okay? So this anime is not for kids, so to speak, to be honest with you. I mean, the anime has its issues, but the episodes 6 through 8 is completely perverted. One of the scenes when they first meet the goddess that is pretending to be a god, when she opens up the door, there are 2 statues of dicks. Like, what the fuck am I watching here? Like, that's fucking ridiculous. Then she makes everyone horny by using her fucking phone, because that makes them all fucking horny. So yeah, that's the main gist of that plot. They also have a knight who is a guy but gets transformed into a girl, which baffles the fuck out of me. And she's hot as hell. But the problem is, though, is the fact that she acts more like a girl in the series. Instead of the first episode where he's a guy, then he gets killed, but then he gets revived by the guys, but it turns into a girl. So it's like, what the fuck am I doing with this bullshit? So that's the main gist of it. So they take away the Capital's done. And then there's a new loyalist in town, which is Loki, which Loki is a bad guy / good guy. I mean, he helps them out with the last fight, but then all of a sudden he doesn't. He's got like over 1 million followers, and he's OP as fuck at this point. But that's just beside the point. It's really interesting on how the fuck they do this shit. Like, I don't understand this propaganda. So my thoughts on the anime is that it's too perverted, pretty much. I mean, the girl that likes him has big boobs, and when she gets introduced, she's freaking giving him a hand job. Like, what the fuck is this anime? It's so fucking perverted. But it was very funny. The action anime is really good. Although I did not like how they used the same monsters as before. They used the same monsters to beat up, except for the last monster, but that's pretty much the final boss in a video game, where all the monsters are the same in an RPG, and then all of a sudden the final boss is completely different. So that's another issue with it. Also the fact that the guy makes living on the farm easy, because they usually use, they're farming with tools, and then the guy who comes into the next world with his goddess decides to make tractors and freaking stuff that makes it a lot easier and a lot more lazier to crop stuff. It's really fucking baffling the fuck out of me. But it's also really interesting on how the fuck they do it. So yeah. But to be frankly honest with you, this anime is decent. I don't think it's good, but I don't think it's bad either. So I'm going to give this anime a 6 out of 10. A 6 out of 10 is not bad for an anime that's very fucking perverted. Like, it's really fucking perverted. I don't understand why it's so fucking perverted. It just baffles the fuck out of me. Like, I don't understand why anime is like this. What are you guys' thoughts on this anime? Would you like to watch it? Also, the soundtrack is kind of okay. I mean, I didn't like the theme song. The theme song was pretty boring as hell. Unlike the last anime that we did, the first season, the last anime review, the first season's theme song was a fucking awesome. Compared to this one sucks compared to that one. But I might give this a 6 out of 10. I think it's decent enough. You should watch it. I'd rather watch Blood Sea, Planetarians, and I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know. Some of the 6 out of 10 animes that I've reviewed, I'd rather watch them more than this anime. However, there are some animes that I think that are worse than this anime, like Pumpkin Scissors, Flag, Blue Drop, and a bunch of other stuff. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this anime? Would you like to watch? Even Princess Tutu, but that's demographic. That anime's demographic is not for me, per se, but that's beside the point. But this anime gets a 6 out of 10. I think it's a really decent anime. I just wish that it wasn't so fucking perverted. Like, why would the fuck would you put 3 episodes in with that has to deal with a fucking sex cult? Like, what the fuck? Like, I know that there's stuff like that in this world, but this is just fucking ridiculous. Like, that just baffles the fuck out of me. And the fact that one of the side characters decides to be in this freaking cult, which is a religion, so to speak, and it just baffles the fuck out of me. I don't understand this anime whatsoever, but it's very fucking perverted, I tell you that much. And the fact that all the villains that they fight turn into allies at the very end. Except for one, that's Loki. So I think if they move forward into the series, because this is one season, but I feel like that they're going to make more seasons if it gets popular enough. But here's the thing. When it comes to this anime, the main villain's still alive. So, and she's not helping them, or she's helping them, but she's also a big threat to them. So, I don't know what they're going to do with the series after, but I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care, and I hope this anime gets a second season. I mean, it's really interesting on how perverted it is. Like, why the fuck would you have 2 fucking statues of dicks? Like, that's just plain fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't understand this. Like, what the fuck? So, I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care, and always stay positive, bitches! I've never done that in a while. Shit!